Hi, my name is Aisha. Welcome to One Elder Speaks. I got a little bit of information, I think, or connected some dots this morning, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So last night, or yesterday, actually, I was feeling kind of out of sorts and not really feeling connected and such. And that's not unusual, not a big deal. And I went to a gathering of family and friends, and that was really wonderful to see everybody and everything. But the energy was really low key, and I still felt very disconnected and disjointed, and that becomes glaringly apparent when I'm hanging out with other people, and especially people that I know so very well. I apologize. Okay. So, the night wound down pretty quickly, and so we all just kind of, went home fairly early, and 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 it was just really a nice little time. We did some dirty Santa, that was great, and a fire, and that was lovely, and I got to burn some stuff from the past, so yay! um, let's see. This morning, though, I woke up and I thought, I still felt kind of disjointed, kind of not really connected. And I thought, well, I'm going to do my little routine. And so I thanked the universe for the opportunity for this lifetime. And I thanked the universe for all the benefits that I've been given and such. And I reiterated that I really want to be on my path. I really want to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing here. Because I know I haven't done it yet. And, time's a wasting, daylight's burning, blah, blah, blah. So I did that. And then I thought, well, I think I'm going to connect up with my spirit tribe and try to kind of make some space for them in my imagination. Excuse me. Make some space for them in my imagination and kind of be with them in my imagination because I've been feeling, I guess I was feeling a little lonely, like I said, disconnected. And I did that, and I felt so much better after I did all those things. And so I was thinking, okay, so, everything. Oh, and I did tarot readings at that party. I did about 4 of them, and I think at least in 3 of those readings, the Temperance card came up. So let's talk about the Temperance card. Because when you see a card that often in your readings that you're doing, you're like, that's a thing right now. That's a thing. So Temperance is about the equalization of energies that are out there. So like it's light and dark, it's left and right, it's chaos and order, it's having these energies kind of come at you and move, but you're moving with them. You're not resisting them, but you're holding on to your center. So you're holding on to your balance in the center and you're dancing with these energies that are coming at you. And this is the movement of Temperance, and it kind of reminds me of a dance, keeping that balance. Um, so we know that that's a thing. Well, this morning when I was ruminating in my head, it dawned on me, Jupiter and Saturn conjunction is so indicative of those energies because Jupiter is like this big gas giant and it's expansive and it's about, let's go and explore and do and build and make and just, and then Saturn's like this very contractive energy of, well, let's hold on now. Let's take a look at things and be cautious. And we're going to move, with purpose. And we're going to set up these, safe roads to travel down. And so they're very much opposite energies. And in the Temperance card, it generally is the opposition of duality is represented, although it doesn't have to represent duality every time, but certainly that is represented here. So I'm like, okay. So the energies of Jupiter and Saturn are one of the equalization, staying in your center and staying in your truth while dealing with these opposite energies coming together. Got it. And I started thinking about energy exchanges, and um, a while back I'd said I don't want to feed the current business model anymore. I don't want to participate in it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I've been thinking about my resources, my time, my attention, my money, and how I want those things to feed what I would like to perpetuate going forward, as opposed to just collectively buying into the systems that are in place now. They feel like systems of oppression to me. They feel like institutions of oppression that have really they have lost their initial. Initially, these were set up to serve humanity or to serve the planet, but they have gotten away from that core. Uh, I think almost the minute we set them up, they jump away from that core value and become these institutions of just to oppress, to make sure that these institutions stay. The institution must stay for the good of the people, and it just sounds like rhetoric to me. So now I'm thinking about, okay, so energy exchanges are not just about where you want to spend your time, money, and resources in the world, like with institutions or with systems that are in place, but it also has to do with relationships to people, and how much am I giving, and how much are they giving, and how much am I receiving, and how much are they receiving, and is this fair and balanced? For temperance, this is about, okay, so I see this energy moving this way, and is it in balance on the other side, and does this work out, So now I really think, because of that temperance card, because of Jupiter and Saturn being in conjunction on the 21st, which for probably most of the, it's on the 21st or around there where you live. But so this is going to be about energy exchanges. What wolf do we want to feed, and what wolves do we want to render obsolete? Okay. Okay. So now we got to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to really try to be aware of my energy exchanges on a relationship basis, and on dealing with the environment and with the systems that we have in place, the institutions, and kind of try to see if I'm walking the path that I want to walk. Is this how I want to move forward? Am I receiving while giving, or are they, and because you want to have that ability to ride the balance in the center, and to keep to yourself, to your heart. Again, I apologize. The conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn is happening at 0 degrees Aquarius. Now, so on some level, you say, we've run the gamut of Capricorn. We've done all the patriarchy, institutional rules, regulations, consequences, walls, borders, blah, 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 blah. We've done that. Now we sit at Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is the energy of humanity, the collective, innovation, inspiration. Aquarian energy is very futuristic. It's a little detached, but it's very futuristic, and it's pretty cool. So, with this conjunction sitting at the start of Aquarius, now we're going to say, well, okay, we can see what we've done in the past, and how we've used our energy to buoy up certain institutions, or buoy up certain ideals of who we are as a collective, and what we agree to as a collective. So we've done that. How do we move forward from here? So we have to assess where we've been, and then start making generate some plans as to how we want to move forward, and also be open to the fact that maybe we may need to change these if they're not quite tweaked the way we want them. So not to be so attached to these institutions, that we set up institutions over here and then go, okay, we're attached to that institution, and we better stick with it. And it's no. We need to be innovative, and to be willing to change as circumstances change, as our consciousness changes, as everything changes around us. We have to be moving and growing and changing, and willing to let go of the past, and willing to allow that some things no longer serve. Excuse me. Now, one of the things that I kind of got to this time was that, well, actually, I've been thinking about this for a while. Okay. So like what I think we should be doing is asking the first question: does this serve humanity? And I don't mean just your family or your bank account. I mean humanity as a whole. Does it serve humanity? And I also want to ask, does it serve the planet? Does it serve my environment, the universe? Does it serve, where I'm at? And if there's a no on either one of those, it's not a good system and it needs to be reworked. And that's where the innovation is going to come in. And that's where the Aquarian energies are going to really be very important. People who are excited about the future and who want to bring up renewable energy sources and use magnetics and all kinds of crazy things that would no longer be dependent on oil and gas and no longer be dependent upon coal and no longer be dependent even on dams. I don't think that really serves the planet. I don't think that dams are really a good source of energy. And so I am excited to see, I can't wait to see what people come up with on these innovations and stuff. I'm just thrilled to death that we're entering this new phase. But as a collective, what wolf do we want to feed? We really need to start thinking about where our energy is going and whether these are relationships or institutions that are still serving. Do they serve? They were set up to serve. Do they still serve? What do I need to balance? How do I balance these things out to where I hold my center, irregardless of how extreme it gets out here? I feel like we're at the precipice, man. I feel like we're just gonna tip over on the other side and start riding a different wave. I want to render these institutions of oppression. I want to render them obsolete. They no longer serve us. They no longer serve humanity. They no longer serve the planet. They're done. We're done here. You're obviously out of sync with where you're at and who we are. So Jupiter and Saturn, that's pretty important. And about energy exchange and about keeping our balance. And just as just from just my thinking, if you can keep your balance in your heart, you're doing good. If your balance is down in your survival center, you've got too much adrenal shit going on and you need to move it back up to your heart. And trust the universe a little bit and let's move forward. Because these systems of oppression keep de-evolving, and I'm afraid that they're going to lead to a dystopian nightmare that I don't want to be a part of. So I really want to render them obsolete by creating different systems that serve humanity, that serve the planet, and are good all the way around. So my suggestion to you is to go ahead and just become aware with where your energy's going and where your attention's going, where your money's going. And then, what kind of future would you like to see for yourself and for your children? What would you like to build for yourself and for your children and for, and don't forget the planet. Because I hate to tell you, we're all connected, man. And individually, we're worth a lot, but collectively, we are so much more. And I'm not kidding. Okay. I always have a hard time ending these things, so I'm just going to bug out. Y'all have a good one. Enjoy your Christmas. Love your family. And be kind to each other. All right. Bye.